All right, welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is finally Friday. It is May 17th, 2024. It is 4:34 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. Now, looking at BitcoinDailyView.com has always got more for you there. At the end of the week, we can see that dollar strength index for the last couple, by 2 weeks, has been declining. But it does look like we're kind of at a bounce spot. Dollar strength index is at the 200 moving average on the daily chart and the bottom of a channel that it's been working in. So it's going to be interesting today which way it goes, and also as we enter the new week, are we going to break below that channel for the dollar strength index or make a bounce? I'm kind of thinking we'll probably make a bounce, but definitely that's going to be a big make or break moment. So I think as we enter the new week coming up and the market opens, we'll see what happens with dollar strength index, and I think it's going to really set the tone next week. If dollar strength index dumps below its channel that it's been in, I think it's going to be an amazing week for Bitcoin and cryptos in general and commodities. If it bounces off the bottom of that channel, I think we'll probably see some sideways action in the other markets. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, crude, flat. Gold, gradual uptick this week. Nothing too incredible, but it has been on the way up. And silver also, a little bit more aggressively, has been moving up. So as the dollar strength index was dumping, gold and silver were making some money, although crude oil did not really see any action out of that. Looking over here at CoinGlass right now, the longs versus short ratio, looking at the big exchanges in general, it really is about 50-50. I'm not seeing a huge bias right now towards longs or shorts. Okay, looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, 9.3 billion last 24 hours. We're up 10%. That's rather interesting going into the weekend. So definitely Bitcoin going into the weekend has more volume, in fact, increasing volume, which is somewhat surprising. So people are jazzed. Could we see a weekend where Bitcoin makes a few $1,000s? Interesting. Looking at the longs versus shorts once again, seeing some nice buys coming in. I'm not seeing too many longs or shorts really getting wrecked right now, and I think that is kind of reflected in the this balance between longs and shorts right now on the big exchanges. I'm not seeing any real, like certainty. I mean, look at Binance. Binance was slightly long a moment ago. Now it's slightly short. I think it's really just the algorithmic traders that are really, really tight in their trades that are making money right now, that are trying to at least. Looking at Binance once again, 50% long, 49% short. So just we're entering the weekend without any real certainty. People aren't putting their leverage in longs or shorts right now, which also is reflected, when we look at the chart here. As we see this volatility on the hourly, we're not seeing bunches of longs or shorts getting wrecked lined up. All right, looking at big spot trading volume over the last 24 hours on the big exchanges here, the top 20 in general, we're seeing a slight uptick as we go into the weekend. Interesting. So people are in the game. Definitely this weekend, I think that trading is in the game, or traders are in the game, unless Bitcoin, pretty much dumps, and then maybe people wouldn't be. Well, they'll be shorting. So we'll see what happens. But volume kicking up for spot trading on the week as we go into the weekend, and Bitcoin having a positive volume. That's just really kind of interesting. Okay, now looking at Bitcoin in the top 100, Bitcoin coming in at 66,380. I think this could be the weekend where Bitcoin breaks 70,000 or hits, down 63,000 or something. We really got to check it out. We'll see. We'll look at the chart, but it's a hard chart to read. But we have had some recent, seriously, energy come in and push Bitcoin up a bit right as we get ready to go into the weekend, and we're sustaining volume. So that's an interesting thing. Chainlink doing great, up like 18%. That's just called Link, right? Link. Check out Link. Lido DAO, whatever it is, LDO, doing quite well. Arweave, Arweave, is a great one. Let's look at AR and Link before we check out of here. What is Safe? Safe, I like that. Okay, so Link and AR. Check those out. What's Bitcoin dominance right now? 51% market cap dominance. Not surprising. So if Bitcoin pumps, we'll definitely see, or it dumps, as always, we'll definitely see that affect the alt market. Now, looking at Bitcoin, what excites me right now is this 4-hour chart. So in general, let's look at a daily here real quick. Daily. This is a, oh crap. I wish I could, she didn't always do that to me. All right, here we go. It's a tough one to call because looking at the daily, you can see it's all about, we got two things in effect right here, okay? The tail of two channels. We have an upwards channel here, which is, well, it kind of broke above and then it returned to this upwards channel. So you can see that we have this upwards channel, which is, pretty nice looking on the daily, but also we are challenged by, within that, a downwards channel. So, we're kind of like right now, this very moment, we're doing like they did when they talked about that in what was it, Ghostbusters? Like, don't cross the streams. I think we're kind of crossing the streams right now. So what's going to happen? Interesting. Well, if we look at the chart here, what do we got going on? We've got the daily squeeze indicators moving towards the positive. Directional index. Sorry, I need to make these a little bit greener. Sorry, you can't see that as well. I need to make these a brighter green. Directional index is beginning to turn to, it is in the green, and ADX is beginning to tangent up. And we're seeing some volume, not too extraordinary, but still, it's all about what timeline do you believe in. This is like the tale of two timelines. Which way are we going to go? Well, let's take a look at the daily chart like this. Clean it up a little bit, make it easier to see. How does the MACD look? Well, MACD is nice and below the heartbeat. It's down here where a cross and upwards movement really can make a difference, and the histogram's going in the right direction. So definitely, I think we're kind of seeing a positive swing. It's always hard to tell right now, but I can say it's a little bit of a matter of which what are you really looking at and playing. Are you doing this upwards channel, or are you seeing this this downwards channel? Which one do you believe in? But really, if we look at it, if we close in here, we're definitely at the top of this upwards channel, and we're also at the top of this downwards channel. Isn't that interesting? What an amazing moment to be looking at this. We're going to see a breakout of both the upwards channel and the downwards channel. That's kind of interesting if you think about it. So if we did break out right now, it would be cool because you'd be breaking out of both the downwards channel and the upwards channel. Bonk. That could be quite interesting. So let's just see what happens. All right. So enough of that. Like I say, it's just a hard one to call right now, in my opinion. Boom, boom. Okay, get rid of all this stuff. So anyway, hard one to call. All depends on your perspective, how you're looking at it. Let's say, so we're in the daily chart right now, and the MACD looks good. Let's look at a 2-hour chart and see how that MACD looks, because I said that the direction of the 2-hour MACD, I often find really predicates what the daily is going to do. So right now, 2-hour MACD was giving it back, but right now, the 2-hour MACD tangent is beginning to turn positive. This is looking kind of good. So let's just see what happens. Definitely looking at Bitcoin. A 2-hour chart kind of shows where, if you look where we're at right now, we really are. We're right there. We're playing with some previous support and resistance, and also let's zoom way out here, and let's look at let's go to a 3-day. Let's go to a weekly, actually, because this is my little laptop here, so it can make things a little bit harder to see. But no, let's not do that. Let's go to the 3-day. No, let's not bother with that. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, let's just keep on rocking here. So you're looking at some alts. ETC does not move me a lot, ETC versus USD. But what I do like that I'm seeing here is we're seeing this weekend. Let's see what happens. 4-hour chart, Etsy. It broke the 200 moving average. It's between the 200 and the 314. The squeeze indicator is looking good. Directional index is looking good. ADX is probably going to tangent up. So I'm not really recommending ETC right now, but just saying that there's a lot. This Bitcoin personality right now is definitely creating some interest here in the market. Looking at the like here, you go check this out. So here is ETC on the daily chart. The squeeze indicator is looking good. Directional index ADX is looking good. But it's kind of a matter of and it's riding that 200 moving average, Etsy versus USD, all about will it make that bounce or not. A lot of alts are really, really wanting Bitcoin to do well or just stay sideways so that they can make moves because I think ETC is just an example of that. It's kind of in no man's land, but I kind of look at it as slightly positive. Something a little bit more positive here. Look at Solana on the 4-hour chart. It rode that 200 moving average down. It was just kind of hugging on it. Then it broke above the 200 and 314. It's in the green for the squeeze indicator. Directional index is looking good. ADX is looking good. It's got some volume came in. It's like Sol versus USD is looking to me like a pretty sweet chart here. And sorry, I'm not gonna say I'm on my laptop right now. And it's a little bit hard to pull up nice big charts and show you how things are kind of rolling, but you get the idea regardless. Looking at a daily chart for Solana, boom, MACD is in a beautiful spot for that nice long swing trade. You can see recently where it had a beautiful upwards channel. Then, of course, it kind of lost it. But it does look to me like Solana here is beginning to get some energy back. I like what I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart. We have a 200 breakout, a 314 breakout, nice looking MACD. I mean, in general, it's all about, is it going to keep doing it? And of course, it's going to have areas of resistance that'll probably hit pretty soon. But yeah, Solana versus USD, very nice breakout. It's all about we'll just have to watch this weekend and see how things roll. Let's look at this is the we could look at the this is actually a list. This one's a couple weeks old from Blockchain Education. This is part of our system, and these are all trading pairs on Binance that are just against USD, so everybody can get in the action. And let's look at just some things that are going on right now on the daily chart. BICO versus USD. MACD is looking beautiful. Broke above the 200. It's above the 200 and 314 right here on the 4-hour chart. Like we see that them beginning to make a move, wanting to do something. Solana above the 200 and the 314, looking kind of good. ERN versus USD, breaking up that 200 moving average. It's between 200 and 314. MACD is looking really great. BCH, MACD looks good. Broke above the 200. 314 is still a little bit of a dream for it. You've got an internet computer, ICP, just now challenging at 200. 314 is a long way for that one. SIN versus USD, it's not quite there yet. And I don't want to, these are a couple weeks old, so I'm not really giving away too many of our secrets. Let's look at PundiX. It's nowhere to be seen. Anything else that looks interesting? No. I did want to look at, so those are some to just consider for the weekend. Let's look at AR versus USDT. It's on Binance and KuCoin, and GetAO and MEXC, so you can play that one. This is beautiful. AR versus USDT. And why I mentioned ETC a little while ago is it just represents a lot of alts that are kind of getting jazzy because Bitcoin's sort of doing well. If I look at this daily for ETC versus USD, like I say, I'm not really recommending this one, but I'm just watching because it's sort of doing what I'm seeing a lot of alts are doing. They're just being kind of coy. The indicators are looking good. Not really a strong chart. Wouldn't exactly trade it, but we could be seeing. Then again, if we go down to like a 45-minute chart, what do you see this morning? It's broken the 200. It's broken the 314. Made a little move, and the indicators are looking really, really nice. So anyway, I'm just referencing this one. I'm going to keep mentioning ETC because it's just sort of an alt that's doing what a lot are doing. They're they want to break out. And so I kind of am gauging a little bit of market energy from watching ETC because I think it really represents what a lot of alts that aren't quite in the green yet want to do. AR versus USDT. I mean, this is a 4-hour chart. The MACD is wonderful. You got a nice upwards channel here. Let's look at a daily chart for AR versus USDT. Daily. I mean, that's beautiful in the daily. And something I like to do when I see a chart like this is fire up a, let's go to here where it started moving. Now let's go to here. Yeah, sure. Where it started moving and look at a fib sequence. Yep, came down to the .5 and the 618, made a bounce there. Now it's challenging. It's actually, if you look at it here on the daily, you can see where something it has done is it has it broke above really previous highs. So this is looking pretty good. It's getting ready. Let's just see how this one rolls. And actually, what I really should do with this MACD, oh, sorry, this MACD, with this Fibonacci sequence is realize what it really did was kind of break above where it was at, So this is interesting. AR USDT. I mean, looking at let's look at some more indicators here. I like what the 45-minute chart's doing. I like what the 4-hour chart's doing. Let me clear up some of these indicators. This bevel. Yeah, I mean, looking at the squeeze indicator, looking at the directional index, ADX, and the volume, I mean, I really am seeing a bit of a nice little, I'm just going to play it just like this. Give myself a parallel channel here. I'm kind of seeing, yeah, that's how I would draw it. I kind of like the looks of this. Kind of seeing this upwards channel. But right now we're at the very, very top of it, seeing an indecisive doji. Let's watch AR versus USDT. I tell you what, if it actually makes a retrace here, comes back to this channel and starts moving, and I see the indicators continuing to look good, I'm going to watch this for a possible retrace and then a nice opportunity to hop in there. And where you can do it, like on the 4-hour chart, is just watch the squeeze indicator. And if you're just playing play these nice after a nice give back. This one would have kind of not been so great, but here and now, could have gotten in back here. But this, so not most exciting trade to get in this very moment, but I'm going to watch the AR versus USDT for a nice retrace and a continuation of this channel. I think definitely AR could be a beautiful one to ride into through the weekend or even maybe into next week. We'll keep an eye on that one. Let's look here at I want to look at Link because that was not Inc, but Link USDT because it was looking so good. I bet it's USD. Oh, you know what? Link USD. It's on Coinbase. I've been trading a lot on Coinbase recently. I know it sounds probably weak to some people, but it's a place that you can trade without a VPN, and I just am kind of enjoying it. And there's enough action there, and if you join like their one or their whatever program, if you trade enough, it actually really pays for itself. And so I'm just enjoying it. Link versus USD. I'm also kind of enjoying just trading against USD. I just like having it rather than Tether or any stable coin. It's just USD on the exchange, and I like that. Link versus USD. Here on the 4-hour chart, break above the 200 moving average, break above the 314. This thing is doing incredible. Oh my gosh, squeeze indicator looks good. Directional index looks good. ADX looks good. Volume is good. I mean, Link versus USD is a nice looking chart. Wow. Let's look at the at a 45-minute here. Let's do like this 45-minute. Yeah, this thing is just a beautiful upward channel. Nice. I would say that after the movement that we're seeing on the 45, you can see the directional index is beginning to wane off, and so is the ADX. So I'm going to give the Link versus USD an opportunity to retrace a little bit, just kind of like AR USD, and see what it does. Looking at the daily chart though, the 200 moving average is about the 314, which is very positive. We were right here in the weak spot that you just do not want to be in. You don't want to be in between the 200 and 314. It is just a weak position. But what has it just done? At 200 is above the 314, which is bullish, and we just broke off. We bounced the 314, broke above the 200. And what's that daily MACD doing? It's super positive. So, definitely if you look at this chart pattern here on the daily, interesting. If I do a ray here, horizontal ray, you can kind of see our highs here. You can kind of see the low. It's almost like we are, yeah, look at that. We're kind of back in a sideways channel, but we are breaking above it. This is a very interesting moment. I definitely think that I'm gonna have to keep watching this link here on the yeah. I'm just gonna hang out and watch link. I'm gonna go to a 4-hour chart here with all my fancy indicators and just keep an eye on this one. So really, I like what it's doing. This is a powerful chart. It's just, it's a little hard to play right now, but I'm feeling positive about Link. I like what I'm seeing out of AR. Even though I'm being very conservative, I think I'm going to watch AR and Link for possible cool-offs. Let's see what Bitcoin does this weekend, what it does today. ETC is my little coin that maybe could go places, but doesn't quite have the chart for it, but just keeps intriguing me. Bitcoin, let's see what happens. Like I say, looking at the 3-day chart here, let's look at a daily. It really is an interesting chart because as I look at it, like I mentioned before, we are at it is above the 200 and the 314. The 300's, I'm sorry, and the 200's above the 314. So that's very bullish. I will just leave you guys with this. Sorry if I'm a little bit low energy this morning. I'm going to start doing these earlier and I'll be more awake for them. Today I'm a little bit sleepy, but I'll be more awake in the future for these. I want to start getting these out early where they have more value, and we'll look at alts. We'll just keep a lot of charts open, and we'll just follow alts and that are doing good, and follow Bitcoin, etc. And that's what we'll do. Bitcoin versus USD. What did I just look at there? Oh, did I steer you guys wrong? It's so early. Let's see. No, okay. Bitcoin. Now it looks different on the daily. Oh, I should have been looking at it. Is it a 4-hour? Sorry about this. Let's see, 4 hours. Oh, gosh, did something change? Sorry, guys. It's early. So we have an upwards channel and then a downwards channel. What am I think anyway, guys, I'm delirious. Hope I'm not steering you wrong. What was I just saying about they were crossing? Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, that's one of the things about doing these things live. Bitcoin versus USD, upwards channel, and now you've got a downwards channel. Oh my gosh, hope I didn't screw this up. Anyway, it's live, it's out there. Let's see what Bitcoin versus USD does today. I like what I'm seeing here on Coinbase. Let's say we've got a 200 and a 314 cross. We've got, if we look at this daily chart, the MACD is in the right spot. It's wonderful. Good to go. I feel delirious. Sorry about that. Where did I see that the 200 and 314 were? Oh, anyway, guys, sorry. But we have an upwards channel, and you have a downwards channel, and you have this nice 200 above the 314. And it's all about, what do we think is going to happen here? Are we going to, are we up or down? Sorry, guys. I realized how delirious I am this morning. It's just early. I hope I wasn't looking at this stuff sideways. Anyway, if I screwed it up, I screwed it up. We'll see how things go today. It's a interesting chart for Bitcoin. Boom. Bitcoin, short time frame, definitely having a breakout. I like what I'm seeing. We'll take it from there. Sorry, guys. This was a little bit delirious. Hopefully I didn't screw things up. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be more awake for these. I'm determined to get up early and share a bunch of setups and keep looking at some setups, and just we'll kind of trade throughout the week and the weekend, and it'll be good. So take care.